Hi, my name is Dominic Brewer. This is a CMAP unit interview on the subject of fatherhood and how it is affected by divorce.
Tell me about your dad. Like, what was he to you growing up?
My dad was my father, and he was also my closest friend at times. But yeah, we get on pretty well. We did as well when I was growing up.
What is he to you now?
Now he's more of a friend than a father, just for the fact that I'm an adult and he doesn't need to father me as much. So we're pretty close now, I'd say.
When the divorce happened, how old were you?
I was five or six, like around that age.
Do you remember it affecting you a lot around that age?
Don't think it affected me when I was younger, just because it didn't affect me. I think it affected me when I was older and I could understand it a lot better. When you're young and you're a toddler, you know somebody's not there, but you don't understand the logistics of what happens. So I just think as I grew up, it affected me more.
How was your relationship with your dad affected by it then?
It was, we had an unstable relationship for a long time. I wouldn't say that we had the best relationship that we possibly could have had. We've gone through times of not speaking and very much highs and very, very much a lot of lows. So yeah, quite unstable at times.
So the divorce made your view on fatherhood quite a rough one?
Yeah, definitely. I think it would say rough is a good word for that.
So due to the divorce, do you feel like your relationship with your dad has matured?
I think it's matured definitely as I've gotten older and I've understood reasons behind why my mum and my dad decided to not be together anymore. So I think I look at it in a more adult way now than I did growing up, but I have understood, I think, relationships a lot more from it.
You said you were 5 when this happened. Did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a twin brother.
How would you say he was affected then?
I would say he was definitely affected differently, more for the fact that he's a guy and I'm a girl, and I think losing a male figure in your life that is so important to you, well, not losing but just not having that person around all the time is difficult. And I don't want to speak on behalf of him just for the fact that I'm not him and I can't. But I think it's definitely was different and changed a lot for him.
That's fair enough. So do you feel like his opinion on fatherhood and how divorce affected it will vary a lot to yours?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it 100% varies a lot differently to how I see fatherhood and divorce and my father's relationship with me.
So how, in your opinion, has divorce affected fatherhood?
I think divorce has affected fatherhood for me in a negative way, for sure, because I don't think that divorce should happen, and it upsets me that it does, but sometimes it just needs to happen and sometimes it's going to.
So tell me about your dad. Who was he and what was he to you growing up?
Well, he was everything. He was one of the first people I ever saw when I was born. It's crazy to think someone so influential has been with my entire life until, obviously, when he split up with Mum, which was a bit of an issue. But yeah, he's everyone. He's a person I can talk to, a person I can confide in, a person I can ask for help. He's my friend, he's my mate, he's my dad.
So how old were you when your parents went through divorce?
About 18, 19, I think. So about 3 years ago. Just a little bit.
And did you see any changes in your dad, the way he tried to be a father and like his parentage?
During, he would obviously it was quite tricky because there was a big mishap. He didn't want to be too close because he wanted to allow my mum to be sad. So he kind of kept his distance, but he did consistently say how he missed me and my brother, and he didn't want us to think that it was our fault.
So how he acts as a father has become a bit stronger?
Yeah.
Or more forward, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say he takes more attention to our lives and he has become more just attentive to me and my brother.
So you mentioned you have a brother. Would you say he would agree with what you've said so far on the topic of fatherhood?
I'd say he would agree, although he's a bit less of a less easy to contact. So I don't think Dad would say it was easy to contact him, but they still make the most of the time they are together, and well, from what they tell me. So yeah, I think they would agree. I think Marla took it a little bit stronger, my brother, like a lot harder when my parents did split up, but he tried to hide it a lot more.
Okay.
I think he wasn't so comfortable with my dad being off with another woman.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the major changes you've seen in your relationship as he went through divorce?
It was weird, I have to say, because it was going from like a time when you see your father on a regular basis to him just not living at home is just a crazy event, and it's a crazy thing that just that happens. But in relation to how much he paid attention to me and my brother, I think it increased, because back when he lived at home, he would kind of come in, close the door, go off into his little room, say good morning, good night. But now he'll text me consistently. He'll always want to be in contact. He'll tell me he misses me every other day. He'll tell me if it's just been too long, and he'll make the time to come up to uni, for example.
So, I feel like, would you agree that due to the divorce, he's become a lot more emotional as a father to you?
Definitely. I think he does. He has, because he shows his emotion a lot more now.
So, to summarise, how, in your opinion, has divorce affected fatherhood?
I think it is affected. I think it's something that you can't really explain until you go through it. But I think in some ways it can be quite beneficial, because it can strengthen the bond between you, a person, and their father. Because obviously you have to keep that connection, to keep that relationship. Because you're not forced together every day. You're not like, you don't see each other every morning or every night, but you have to keep it going. It's like a friendship. You have to put the effort in to get it back.